Welcome back to the channel, guys. Simplypops here, and today I'm gonna be unboxing the brand new PlayStation 5 Slim. Now this is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 bundle. Mostly in this video I'm gonna be comparing it to the OG PS5, which is right here, and you can very clearly see that even the box is slimmer. So here's the PS5 Slim on the left, or if you guys are watching this on the right. The regular PS5 has the handle because it's such a massive box, but the Slim, unfortunately, you don't have no handle. If you look around the box though, you see play like never before, very similar to the regular PS5. Okay, on the regular PS5 box, you still have the play like never before, lightning speed, breathtaking emergence, stunning games, exactly the same, but just in a different art form. The regular PS5 has 825 gigabytes of storage. This has a whopping 1 terabyte, so that is technically an upgrade. All right, so let's open this up, and there is a protective seal. My handy dandy fidget knife. You guys remember those fidget spinners? And let's cut this bad boy up. Ugh. I gotta get more unboxing knives. Hopefully I get some for Christmas or for my birthday. Now, classic PlayStation fashion, I'm assuming, yep, there's another box in the box. And we gotta slide this out. I wish there was a handle to help you slide out the box. Okay, so we got the power cable. Okay, pretty standard. I gotta open it up this way because it's gonna be touching the camera. HDMI, this is HDMI 2.1 cable to support 4K at 120, and also you have your Type C to Type C this time for charging. Usually I think with the PS5 regular one, it came with USB-A to Type C, and of course you have your good old classic DualSense Edge, and it looks exactly the same as you were to expect it, so just minusing that analog stick drift. Okay. Oh, and of course, one of the main upgrades of the PS5 Slim, you have the brand new horizontal stand, and this is gonna be able to prop up the consoles, so this will look a lot more tinier. Ooh. Oh, and I got a code for Modern Warfare 3. Oh yeah, for sure. This is definitely smaller. Whew. Yeah, for sure. This is tiny. Yeah, this is definitely thinner. On the side you have your stickers here, and this is really where the stand is gonna house that I just showed you guys earlier. But yeah, this is the new PS5, guys. It's definitely thinner, and you have this gloss finish on the top, but on the lower half you have this matte finish, the matte finish that we know and love. And looking at the front, you have your shiny finish on the center. I would wish this was matte, especially if you plug it in any accessories on the Type C or even pressing the power button. I have the digital edition, but I also do have the disc-based PS5. I gave it to my brother, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Okay, and then on the bottom you have your USB, you have your regular USB-A, your LAN Ethernet cable, HDMI, and of course your power. You have this PS5 insignia on the bottom. Alright, so I have the PS5 digital edition here. This is my personal PS5. I switched out the plates to the white plate for, you know, unity, create some unity. But you guys can see side by side, the Slim is definitely shorter. It's definitely thinner. I would say it's thinner. From a distance, it looked like it's not a big difference, but these B-roll and the shots, you could definitely see a difference. Is it worth upgrading to a PS5 Slim if you already have a PS5? No, that's nonsense. That's definitely nonsense. But I would say this is a nice little revision, not taking away too much of the PS5, but it's something that you definitely can see. And let me see, I want to remove these plates so bad. I don't even see the point of buying the digital edition PS5 Slim. Just get yourself the regular model, and you can just detach it if you don't like the disk drive so much. And then you know what's gonna happen later on, there's gonna be some third-party plates for this, that could be able to cover it up, and it's gonna be some loopholes around the PS5 Slim to make it even more slimmer, removing this optical drive because it's a little bit more dramatic with that slope. It's not no longer a smooth one, it's just more of a dip. I liked how the front has USB-Cs only because you have the PSVR 2 that's taking one USB-C port, and you can have the other Type-C port for another accessory. But unfortunately, if you use an old school headset that requires a USB-A, you're not gonna have it on the front no more. You will have to use the back, and that could be a little cumbersome, especially with those dongles. I'm talking about these things. I'm talking about these dongles. You guys know what these are. This is for your Bluetooth or your wireless gaming headset. So now you got to plug it into the back of the Slim, and it's gonna jet out just a little bit. It's not gonna be as simple as just the two plates here on the regular PS5, because now you have two slivers. Now you have 4 plates that you got to configure. And you know, with the original PS5, a lot of people had trouble removing these plates, but essentially you got to pull up and then slide it down, and then you're good to go. Now, yeah, a lot of trial and error throughout the years, but I know how to do it. Now for the PS5 Slim, it's gonna be a little different because it's a different method. Or maybe not. Let me see if I could try this for the first time. I lift up and I pull it down, or I slide it up the other way. Let me see. I'm about to break this live on camera. Nothing didn't break. And just like on this PS5, you see this retro icon? You could be able to customize it with stickers and stuff. So you could do the same thing with the Slim, which is nice. And just the fan architecture, or just the fan design, is different. And you'd have your dust traps too for cleaning. Okay, all you're doing is lifting up. So it's no lift up and then pull down. It's just you're pulling it up. We're gonna take this thing apart. Okay, and that's it. And I think it's a good idea that I'm doing the digital edition because, well, this was the rarest PS5. Sony barely made enough digital editions, but this is the launch day digital edition PS5 next to the PS5 Slim, and they should have just made one Slim model and call it a day. But, and of course, you have your NVMe SSD M2 drive bay right here. Very easy to upgrade the storage. And if you have a screwdriver, which I'm gonna need one, this is your expansion bay. Your NVMe SSD M2 drive goes there, and literally you just pop it in there, make sure you have a heat sink, and you're good to go. I highly recommend you get that right away because the games are massive on the PS5. Oh, you literally just, literally just take it off? It's crazy. All right. You know, I've been wanting to do this since the PS5 release. When they introduced the digital edition and the regular one, I want to be able to connect an external hard drive onto the PS5. Unfortunately, hooking it up in an external Blu-ray drive didn't work. You know I'm gonna try that again for this one. But yeah, I like the fact how you can be able to just do this. Remove the disk drive when you don't need it. It's good that it's there. To be honest, it's good that it's there because it's like, what are you gonna do with this now? The only problem with removing the disk drive is when you put everything back now, you're still gonna have this hump. So you're probably gonna need another plate, and this is where third-party plates come into play. I'm probably gonna make a separate video on that. If you guys wanna see that, drop a like on this video, subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss that one. Just testing out different accessories for the PS5 Slim. I think that's gonna be a very interesting one. But yeah, and along as the top too, that gotta be slide in, and it just goes right into place. And you have yourself a disk drive. And then put in the plates. Now be aware, you are gonna probably get some fingerprints on that glossy side, but like I said, it's not gonna be shown too much. Okay, let's let this one rock. And then the digital edition, make sure. I think we should power this thing up. We didn't even turn the console on yet. I want to see how the lights are gonna illuminate, because that's one of the things I noticed. The lights look a little different. Oh, that's different. Oh, it's no lights on the top. It's just gonna only be on the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that one. But to be honest, really, this is just a PS5. You know how a PS5 is. Nothing else is new with the new PS5 other than just the way how the hardware looks, but the software-wise is a PS5.
Console with the USB cable and press the PS button.
There goes the accessibility. They didn't change the graphic of the PS5, and they have the USB-A there, so I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation put out an update to update this design. Sooner or later, this is gonna fizzle out, but alright, before I end out this video, let me bring in some comparisons. So here's the Xbox Series S. You guys remember Xbox used to make consoles? Nah, I'm just kidding. But side-by-side comparison, the PS5 Slim is still taller, but really not by much. Well, it is by a lot actually. But volume-wise, you guys can see, I don't know how Xbox made this thing so tiny. But yeah, this thing, it basically dwarfs. The PS5 dwarfs the Series S. And they're not compromising performance here too as well. So side-by-side comparison, it is certainly taller. But I would say about maybe, this is about maybe 3 inches. This is about 3 inches taller. But the Series X now, on the other hand, this is where things get a little bit more closer, but the PS5 is still taller. This time I would say this is about 2 inches taller, and really the volume wise, you guys can see that the Xbox is definitely, in terms of the width, it's not going to stick out as much as the PS5. Yeah, I mean, love or hate Xbox, I love the design of the Series X. It's just a simple console design. The PS5, you need stands, you need this, you need that. This is just one simple matte black box, and I like the way that Series X look like. Or both of these consoles, they look pretty good. If you guys want to see a comparison between the PS5 and the Xbox, I already did one, but I want to do an updated one for 2023. But yeah, you guys can see the PS5 Slim is still taller, but it's not nowhere near as tall as the regular PS5, which I do have right here. And looking at the regular PS5, it is taller, but it's not by much. Yeah, it's like a domino effect, slope down. And of course, we bring in the Series S too. Why not? Yeah, so it's literally like a domino effect. So we here, then we here, then we here. So remember, I'm comparing an OG PS5, the one that came out in 2020. As we know, Sony did technically revised the PS5. They put cheaper components, lower down the heat sink, so it could speed up the manufacturing cost. And all of that, it made the PS5 more efficient, less. Some people are even experiencing some PS5 shutdown due to overheating. I think the newer models shouldn't experience that, and I'm just assuming that the PS5 Slim shouldn't experience that. But the PS5 Slim is going to be more efficient than the one that came out since day one. I think for the most part, I think this is where I'm going to end out the video of the PS5 Slim. I do have other videos to make, so this is the Pulse Explore. And yeah, these are PlayStation earbuds. I wanted to see how these are going to sound like. Of course, I'm doing my top gaming headset video of the year, so stay tuned for that. And of course, I got to make a video on the PS Portal, which I have right here. I actually like this contraption of the device. It really is comfortable to hold in the hand, and I can turn it on. You guys can see, and you got the lights. So yeah, so the PlayStation Portal, or the PlayStation Portal, is actually a nifty little device. You get yourself a nice little case or screen protector or traveling case, and you should be okay with this. But yeah, stay tuned for a review for this. This is gonna be an interesting one. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Drop a like on this video, help me out tremendously, and comment down below what you guys think of the PS5 Slim. Other than that, I hope you all have a simple day.